Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm so excited to be here, Mom to Mom, where one of the moms is a licensed clinical psychologist and owner-director of the Juniper Center. And this one's actually not about my child. I have a friend whose daughter is 11. She's about to be 12. And I just read an article, someone else on Reductress, who was advising other parents about what happens when kids turn 12. It's like they fall off a cliff and they're not your child anymore.
Yeah, right.
So what is that?
Yeah. Well, I actually have a child who just turned 13, and he is like a different kid. He's still sweet and a wonderful guy, but all of a sudden he is a different kid. So for girls, it happens a little bit earlier. For boys, it's just a little bit later. So we're talking like between 11 and 13. And there is an enormous change in how kids' brains function between 11 and 13. There is a massive growth in nerve connections in the brain right during this time. And other functions start to get what's called pruned away, meaning those connections get cut off. That really is changes in their neurohormones, meaning the chemicals in their brain. And it's not just the reproductive hormones we think about. There's an increased production in new chemicals that their brains aren't used to having to deal with. And it can make them really moody. One of them is serotonin, which is a feel-good chemical in the brain. And you'll get a dump of it as a teenager or as a kid, and then it drops off. And the production and the drop-off and the production and drop-off. And so they're kind of riding an emotional roller coaster because of what's happening in their neurohormones. That's really important for them to understand and for you to understand. It's not personal. It's not that they don't love you anymore. I miss my snuggly little boy, but he's still my guy, and he's still a lovely kid. He just wants to be alone more. He's thinking about his own thoughts. He's discovering who he is. He's much more interested in his friends, so he wants to be talking to his friends or texting them or playing online with them. That's all really normal.
So you're saying it's all developmentally normal.
It's all really normal.
So any advice, just a tip for other moms, other parents on how to help support their child, to let their child know that this is natural? Yeah. Because they're probably freaking out a little bit too.
They're freaking out too because they don't understand what's happening. So I explain to my kids, this is normal. These are the chemicals that are coming into your brain. They're new chemicals. Your brain's trying to figure it out. You're interested in new things. That's okay. But if I come and knock on your door, please just answer back, right? It's normal for them to go and want to be on their own. This is the time where they start to separate out from their parents. They don't need us as much anymore, and we can get anxious. And we're like, oh, my baby, I know it's sad for us, right? I want him to continue to sit next to me and play Legos, but that's not going to happen. So instead, I might need to go up to his room every now and again and knock on the door and say, hey, how's it going? Good. Okay, dinner's in half an hour, and go on my way, and just let him be. Yeah. It's all really normal.
Well, at the end of the day, our job as parents is to help our children be fully independent adults. So. Right.
They need practice at developing that independence in a safe way. And the more we pull in, the more they have to push out. So if you can let them have some of that independence, understand what's happening in their own bodies, that's going to reduce their anxiety and hopefully yours too.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. This has been another Mom to Mom
nice to see
minute.
You.
So you as well. And if you have any other questions or things like that, just put them in the comments and we'd love to cover them on a future topic.
Please do. I'd love to hear from you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.